Hi, crafty friends. Happy just a few days left until Halloween. Um, it is a dreary day here. It's October 29th, Wednesday afternoon. I'm in my craft room in Denver, North Carolina, and it is rainy and gray and cold outside, so I've been crafting. I noticed on the national, what day is it calendar, that today is National Hermit Day. And I decided I want to make sure I'm not a hermit just sitting here all alone in my craft room and not contacting the outside world. So I thought I'd check in virtually. And even though I can't see you in person, leave me a comment or ask me a question, and I'll feel like I'm not alone. Um, so today I am working on a few different things. I want to show you some really cool tags that we're going to make in an upcoming kit class next week. And I'm making a anniversary cards using some of my, thinking of them as classic supplies, and I'll talk to you about that. And I'm going to give another shout out to the Join promotion that's going on just for a couple more days. All right, so first up, let's take a look at um, the Nutcracker tags. So next week, I am having a kit class on Thursday night, and you will pick your kit. And one of the kits that we have available is the Nutcracker tags. So if you want to join me on Thursday night, it'll be at my house. Send me a note or put in the chat kits, and I'll send you a link showing you the kits you can choose from, and you can reserve the one that you want ahead of time, or you're welcome to just come and you can pick from whatever happens to be available that night. But the one I was planning to feature this month is called Nutcracker Tags. It makes 12, three of each of four designs. And I wanted to show it to you. It's actually sold out online. I have 5 of these kits. So if you want me to hold one for you, let me know. They're really great. They're pretty quick to put together. There's no stamping. It just has a lot of layers to it. I don't know if you can kind of see how dimensional it is. So it uses a couple layers here. There's a tag. It's got some gold on it. There's punch outs like this holly leaf that is put on dimensionals. And then the Nutcracker guy has a dimensional beard and hat. Sending Joy is popped up and has a nice little string on it. I also have some green and red ribbons we can use to tie these. And then you could write on the back your little to and from. So like I said, there's 4 different designs here. They're all sparkly. They have lots of gold on them. They're all adorable. Believe in the magic of Christmas, for you, sending joy, and this one is cheer to last the year. So I love these. I am really sad that they're sold out right now. They're apparently not going to be available to order again until January. So maybe I'll let you know when that is, and you could stock up for next year. But for next week, Thursday night, 6 o'clock, I do have several of these available. You can still choose and make these. This is just $14 for this kit. And I have several other kits you can choose from if we run out of these, or if you, like, if you're not in the first 5 to grab these, or if you want to do something different. But I wanted to show you those because in person is really nice there. All right, so let's get started on our card. I needed to make an anniversary card, and I kind of went to some of the things I've been collecting, I'll say. Things in my stash that I knew I would use someday. I think almost nothing that I'm using is currently available to purchase. But it reminds me that frequently it's important to buy the things that you think you want when you see it, and hold those things that you'll be able to use over and over again. Because as I put together this collection of things to make this card with, I was happy I had saved these, and I realized we have a lot of stuff like this that you buy and you can use over and over again. So let me show you what I'm using, like for what it's worth. So I'm using Wanted to Say Dies for the Celebrate. There's 2 layers to that. Those are cut out. I'll be putting those together. I think no longer available. I used a embossing folder with hearts on it that I've had for quite some time that we're going to use as a background. And I've cut 2 little hearts, like they're like leafy, wreathy kind of hearts, and 3 little flowers out of a set that I think is called Hearts, Elegant Hearts, I think is the name of that one. It was a Stampin' Up! Set from about a year ago. And I'm going to use some gold thread, which might be current. And then going to one of my tried and true stamp sets. This is an old one called Card Captions that has a lot of different sentiments, and I'm going to use the Happy Anniversary. Things like this are great to invest in because you can use them over and over again. So if you come across a stamp set that has various sentiments, that's a great one to stock up on. Classic shapes are always good to keep, and I'm really coming to love die cut words because you can use those over and over. So let's get going on this one. I am just going to stamp on the inside Happy Anniversary. I have 2 friends who are having anniversaries over this week. One couple is celebrating their 40th, and I can't believe like how long that's been that I've known them. I remember when they got married, and it's beautiful to see a marriage last as happily ever after as that. So I wanted to definitely send them a card. And then I have some other friends who are celebrating their 25th. And so I thought this would be great. I can make a couple of these cards. All right, so I'm gonna, I stamped on the inside, and then I'm going to tie a piece of the gold string around the white textured cardstock. And I like to kind of wrap it around to figure out how much I need. This particular string is very shiny, and it goes well. The paper that I cut the hearts out of is called Marbled Elegance, and that was a paper that, well, it's a paper that this card is sitting on actually. It has lots of swirls and gold accents in it, so the little hearts that I cut out have little flecks of gold on them. All right, now I'm going to, let's see, I think I want to put this on dimensional tape, and I don't know that I have that nearby. Let me see. Do I? Yes, I do. Okay. Have some dimensionals right here. I did have my Stampin' Seal tape out because I was going to replace the refill on that, but I think I don't need that right now. But just in case you didn't know, you can save your case from the Stampin' Seal when it runs out and buy a refill and just kind of pop that in and keep using it. It's a little cheaper to do that than buy new ones. All right, and then I think you guys have seen me use dimensionals quite a bit before. And probably, I might be, yeah, I'll go ahead and put these on. You could either put this on the card front first or finish all of the things you're putting on the card front and then put this on, but I'll put it on. It's just gluing that I have to do. All right, well, while I do this, let me mention again the Stampin' Up! Join promotion that's going on, where you can get a starter kit for a great value, you're going to end up getting $90 of free, more than $90 of free products. It's only going on until the 31st. That's why I'm reminding you again. I've already had some people join the team and get great packages of products, and getting excited to start some team meetings and shower these ladies with some additional crafty love. And I would love to have you join my team. We did name the team the Hearts and Crafts team. And I would be delighted to share this Stampin' Up! Journey with you. Now, again, as I said before, you can just sign up and get your discounted products and never do anything else. So there's no, there's no commitment, there's no problem with doing that. But then if you enjoy the crafty community and you enjoy the products at a discount, you can continue to buy the products and receive a discount at least until through March of 2026. You'll get a 20% discount on all your future purchases. And then if you buy and or sell more than $300 a quarter, you'll continue on, as a member of the team and continue to get that 20% discount on your products. And then the thing I wanted to mention today is the ability to attend Stampin' Up! Events as a demonstrator. So we are getting ready to plan the spring convention. It's called On Stage, is what Stampin' Up! Calls their annual convention. And I got to go this last year. It was in Raleigh, North Carolina, pretty close to where I live. So that was easy to get to. And it was such a fabulous time. I can't tell you how much I loved being with all of these other crafty ladies and hearing from Stampin' Up! About what new products are coming out, and get some great ideas on how to use things and new instructions for projects. It was pretty amazing. So I would like to go again. Next year in the spring, it's going to be in Long Beach, California in March. And if you sign up during this promotion, you'll have the opportunity to register for that. Registration is going to start on November 25th. So you definitely would like to join before then, so you would be able to attend that if you would like. And we'll do some fun team events there and be able to do it together. So one more reason to kind of take advantage of this great sale, and you definitely will get all of these additional products if you do it in October versus waiting to the beginning of November, even though it's still a great deal in November. All right, so I glued down my sentiment, and now I'm gluing down the hearts here. I'm using this precision glue. What is it called? Fine tip glue pen, which is great for things like this where you have really tiny dots you want to put on the back of your hearts. It takes a little bit longer to dry than the green Tombow glue, but you can get really precise with it. All right, and then we're just going to glue down these 3 little flowers. So that I think that covers the specials that are going on. So if you want to come to the kit class or see more about what kits are available, comment kits, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. And then if you want to get more information about joining, comment join, and I'll send you a link for that. And I think I'll spend some time looking at what current Stampin' Up! Products there are that I would consider classic buys, things that you would buy and keep and use over and over again. And I might make a list of that and put that on my blog. So let me know what you are crafting today. Are you planning to dress up for Halloween? Love to hear that as well. Now, I'm going to add some little sequins to this just to bling it up a little bit more. I'm going to put them in the center of the flowers. Have these little pink sequins. And looking forward to seeing the ladies for next week's kit class. I did a kit together last night. Attended, my friend Jill does these monthly at a Mexican restaurant, and it was really a blast. We made the kits, are pretty quick to assemble. So we made a kit that had 9 cards in it, and we finished those and had plenty of time for chips and salsa and Taco Tuesday. So I had fun as an attendee, and I'm happy to host one next week at my house. So there's a finished card. I think it's just beautiful. I think this is a really versatile design too. It's using, just white paper really. So you always have that on hand. That'll definitely be one of the classic supplies that you would want. And then I used the pattern paper to cut the hearts out of. That looks really nice with the different colors, but you could easily do that out of cardstock or any pattern piece of paper. I cut the flowers out of white, added sequins, and used wanted to say die for the word celebrate. Now, I think you could use this for a wedding, an engagement, an anniversary. Those are probably 3 good uses for this card. All right, well, I hope that there's sunshine where you are. And if you have questions about anything I talked about, let me know or leave me a comment. Have a great